Hey everybody, I know this is a different type of video and honestly, I'm excited for it. If you guys read the disclaimer, I'm obviously basing this off a Joe Bart video, his video, I can't even recognize myself, I think that's what it is. It gave me the idea to, one, talk about what he said in the video, one part of the video, and also I just decided that
Stoicism and the idea of death, and that there only is one version of you that dies. And that is the present existent you that is dying in that moment. You're losing an individual moment. You're only losing the
I
present.
wanted to talk about philosophy like he did. I realized that it's a pretty cool thing, and I honestly want to get into it. Let's start off with the first thing. Now, everyone knows, or I would hope you know, the ship of Theseus. It's a very old scientific paradox that basically says you have a ship, that ship gets damaged. You have to replace parts of the ship to, repair it, right? At what point does the ship stop being the original ship and starts being a new ship? Now, this has no true answer because it's an opinion-based thing, right? And I love when people discuss it like it's a big matter because it's really fun to just, try and decide what you really want it to be. Some people say that it's a new ship as soon as you replace one part. Some people say it's never going to be a new ship because it started with the old one. And some people say once everything is replaced that it is a new ship. Or some people are like, 50-50, 70-30, stuff like that. What this has to do, though, is, and this is obviously a theory, this is what I'm going to talk about, is the thing he talked about in his video was that a certain philosopher said, I don't know who, said the you that experiences death isn't the current you. Like, you might say, obviously, but it's something different, right? So you right now, you think you act a certain way, right? But if you notice, you acted a lot different when you were younger. That's what it means. You change as a person, and your identity also changes. Are you still you? Are you still the you 4 years ago? No, you're probably not, because you act a lot different. You know what to do now. You're more mature, probably. And that's why the video is titled that. Is it Am I Dead? Now, obviously, it's a little bit worrisome. Don't worry, guys. It's a term used in philosophy, right? That's the whole idea. I'm not, I don't have anything. I'm all good. I'm healthy. But am I dead? If you see this video a month later than it's posted, am I acting the same? Am I posting the same? What do my videos look like now? And I'm going to figure that out later. Once I get a little bit more traction, I'm going to start talking about this video. But anyways, back to the point. Every bit of you, every time you change even a little bit, cutting your nails even, that part of you is now new. The other part was dead. It can get very specific and very vast. So I just think of it in the simple way. Every time you wake up, you're 99% the same and you're 1% different. You wake up again, 99% the same, 1% different. But now you're 99% the same as the 99%, right? So now you're 98 in the full relativity. Now you're 98% the same. And it keeps on doing that. I think that's how you do the math. I don't have notes. But that's what it is. You keep on slowly changing. When eventually in like a month, a week, a year, you decide to look back at yourself and you see that you're not the same. That old you has died off. You don't act the same way. If I think back to my, younger years, that kid's dead. That's a bad way to say it. That older version of me has died. I've stopped acting like him completely. I'm a new me. But I don't want to just be a new me. I don't want this to be the end goal. I still have a lot of stuff to do and learn. Because every day you wake up and you're slightly different. A new part of you is dead and alive. It's a whole thing. Now, this obviously ties to your identity. And his video is obviously a lot longer because he talks about how that basically determines his identity. Is he the same him? But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that one specific theory, this one specific example. Are you dead? I mean, a lot of people would say, no, I'm not dead. They want to think that the changes that they're making are planned, that they know what's happening. But in reality, you can't name everything that's changed since yesterday. There's just so much stuff that goes on that we can just condense into the 1%. So when you look at it like that, yeah, you've died. Theoretically, philosophically, you've died in psychology. Come on, guys. In this sense, it is a good thing to quote unquote die because that means you're growing as a person. You're becoming more mature. That's everyone's goal. My goal is for me to look at this video and figure out, one, how to phrase it better because I'm terrible at talking, and two, what I did wrong in this video. What can I make it to do better? What can I do better in this video, right? But that's another story. I also want to change as a person, so I can look back in a month, in a year, and I can see that this me has died. If you're seeing this video years away, like, this version of myself isn't gonna happen anymore. He's, you know, he's theoretically dead, or hypothetically. I don't know. Anyways, they're not here anymore. I might have this in my subconscious. This, I might act like this, maybe, but you'll never know. And it's the same thing that you go on and on over your life. And the you that dies, and this is my interpretation, the you that dies is the final thought that you've ever had, the final content thought that you've had, whether that be a second away from death or 10 years away from it. Your very last fully content thought with yourself, that's the you that experiences death. Now, most people will have it the last second there, the last thought they've ever had is that. Because when stress happens, when you get close to dying, like, actually, your brain tends to think very quickly. Very quickly. So that last thought is just, it's unknown. No one really knows what that last thought is, and we'll never know because you can't really bring someone back. But I'm curious what mine will be, and I won't know for years. I won't. This me won't get to experience death. And that's comforting to a lot of people. That's the reason he made this theory. Put the name up. That's the reason he made this theory is, I think it was some part of Buddhism, but like religious beliefs aside, he made this to soothe people and make them care a little bit less about them dying. Because you right now, you're not going to die. Your thought process, your mind right now is not going to die. I know this is a short video, but I definitely will get into better philosophy. Like, I'll be able to talk better. You'll understand more what I'm saying. But I do want to start posting daily about it because I think that's the only way I can get better at it, truly, by just talking to myself, basically. The next thing I want to talk about, though, is like something to do with the fear of failure, fear of punishment, like, just like the philosophy behind that, why you care so much. That's what I'm going to talk about. And I will take notes. This one was kind of a noteless. I'm just blabbering to myself. The next one will hopefully be thought out. So thank you for listening. I hope you understood what I said. Thank you to Joe Bart-Philosophy, even though he has more subscribers than I ever will, for giving me this really cool insight on philosophy. Like, he's literally the reason why I'm doing this. And he's also the reason why I figured out about this theory. So, yep, I'll see you guys later.